and it's saying we're live, so welcome to Powwow Stream. Uh, with me, as usual, is Hey Camel.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, and how are things going for you?
Uh, I mean, it's more of the same, more or less. Just sitting around watching the dumpster fire that is social media, reacting to the latest and greatest of memes, the Reddit mob versus Wall Street. So
So, one dumpster fire watching another.
yeah, pretty much. It's hilarious to me. I have no dog in the fight. It's not like I own any stocks. I don't own any of the stocks in question, period. So I'm just sitting here on the sidelines, just pointing and laughing, and it's great.
Uh, hey Terry, Cynic. Hey there, Shio.
Hey, Shia. And I already said hi to Terry and Cynic in chat. How's it going? But yeah, it's just watching the scale of this thing get ratcheted up day after day after day, and I don't have any financial acumen at all. I couldn't even tell you what a hedge fund did before this week. I don't know if I still don't think I can, to be honest with you. So watching people try and explain it, watching people try to understand it, watching people just cry about it is hilarious to me for reasons I can't begin to put into words. And yeah,
I don't know what's going on. I just know that it is a mess.
hey, morning, Reacher. There's another Aussie. We got a lot of Aussies in the chat today. That's why I've always said, man, I live on Aussie time. I'm just on a different continent.
And I had a passing thought when I was going grocery shopping earlier today. Is I remember when I was a kid watching, God, what the fuck was that movie? Uh,
Wall Street.
Crocodile Dundee. And when I was a kid, I watched it with my dad, and I looked at him and I go, "Do Aussies have donks?
Donks.
Donks? Because
Oh,
he's because
oh,
I think
dogs.
no donk. In Crocodile Dundee 2, there's a character, and I don't remember his character name offhand, but he'd always be like he never had a gun, and the guy's like, "Oh, well, where's your gun?" He's like, "I don't need a gun. I have a donk." And he's like, "What do you mean?"
Is
And
this
then
a boomerang? Is that what you're talking about?
no, it's a giant friend who came up behind him and just beat the shit out of him. He's like, "I'm donk." He's a
Ah,
friend, which made
see, I
me
never I never got around to watching Crocodile Dundee 2. I pieced out after the first one.
which made me wonder if all Australians have donks.
I thought this was going to be like one of those moments like in Snatch. Do you like dags?
Nope, nothing to. The donks are Pacific Islanders.
Shio says Steve Rackman. Yeah, I have no idea what that means. Okay,
That's probably the character.
the actor.
Yeah.
Cynic says we have a lot of those, and yet you guys still lost to the emus.
Well, they didn't utilize their donks.
Yeah, he says actor. Okay. But do we want to talk about the name of the stream real fast? Go ahead and get that out of the way too.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Beings that uh, you're dipping into the
I,
Bitcoin
I,
thing.
I'm I didn't. It's not like I bought in or anything. I had got some Dogecoin from playing on the faucets for cryptocurrency back in the day, and I've got a few of them. Not anything like Magog. Magog has almost 12,000 Dogecoin, and he's just hoping that it gets to $1. Of course, like he said I think he bought in like he only paid like $100 back in the day, but it's all on Robinhood, which goes back to the game stonks and everything,
Yeah.
and the fucketry that's going on with all the financial services and whatnot. Which again, I'm by no means an expert. Don't take anything I say at anything more than just face value. I don't know. Don't use me for any of your financial advice. If you do, you deserve to lose your money. All I'm telling you is what I have seen online. Take that for what it's worth, with a big ass grain of salt. Hey, Eddie.
Hey, Eddie.
Uh, well, the Green Bay Packers stock is completely worthless, Shio. You can buy it, but you can't sell it. You can't trade it. So, I mean, unless you're just a cheesehead fanatic, there's no point. And I never intend to go to Wisconsin. I don't really care about the Packers. So, yeah, you can miss me with that. But yeah, apparently Robinhood, the stock trading app or whatever, has been selling people's GameStop shares without their knowledge or consent. And before that, they made it to where you couldn't buy GameStop anymore. You could only sell it. So I'm wondering how all this is going to play out with the financial fuckery going on.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
I've seen other people tweeting out that what was it? What was the name of that company that fund that is like the parent one of the parent funds of that Melvin Capital that went bankrupt because of GameStop. Uh, shit, I can't remember it now.
I don't know enough about that shit to be able to tell you.
It starts with a C. I know that. I saw it earlier as I was scrolling through social media. And Citadel, that's right. Thank you, Terry. It was Citadel. Apparently, Citadel has some ownership stake in Robinhood. So this is like one hand washing the other, from what I can tell. And yes, this has got to be highly fucking illegal. And if any of this stuff makes any sense whatsoever, if anything works the way it's supposed to, that should be completely illegal. And my question is, what are they going to do about it? You know?
Oh, by the way, hey Fugi. Throw that out there.
Man, you are slow on the uptake today, Johnny.
Just
I've already said hi to all these people.
I am tired. That's all I got.
I don't blame you there, dude. I got myself plenty of sleep, and I rolled out of bed at the crack of like 1:30 today. So
I fell asleep about 7, and then I woke up about 9. So it's
yeah, well, Fugi, that's not entirely true. If I'm not mistaken, she got a speaking fee of like 800 grand to talk at Citadel. Now, I would really like to know what that woman said that is worth $800,000. Have you ever heard an $800,000 speech, Johnny?
well, going by what the press secretary says, she's the first woman.
Yeah, I don't care about her dangly bits. I want to know what she said that's worth 800 G's.
I'm a woman. That's probably sounds like Mr. Garrison too.
I would love to know what anyone can say that is worth $800,000. Please, please, somebody tell me. Yeah, for future considerations, exactly, Addy. Um, but speaking of future considerations, I don't know if Johnny has it in the. Yeah, he does. He has it in the description. If you want my future considerations, there's a Cash App link down in the description. I'm not going to tell you, what exactly those future considerations will get you, But I mean, if you want them, you got to pay.
A handshake and a healthy pat on the ass.
I might even squeeze while I'm down there. Who knows?
Some gentle rubbing. It all depends on how much.
Well, I'm willing. I'm willing to go less than 800K, Terry. I mean, I'm no former head of the Fed. I'm not the Secretary of the Treasury, so I'm not going to charge you that much. But I think it would be hilarious if I start streaming on a regular basis and I make more from people donating to my Cash App than I've gotten from the fucking federal government stimulus programs yet. Because I'm still waiting on my goddamn $600. Yeah, man, I'll give you a firm handshake and a nice squeeze on the ass for $5, Eddie. Yeah, go ahead, throw that at the Cash App there, man. We'll make it happen, Captain.
And Fugi wants to be the big spoon for once.
That's going to cost you more than $5, Spoon. if you want to be the big spoon, that's going to cost you.
How much for Sucky Sucky?
This ain't Nam, Shio, and I will not love you long time.
It'll be
that one's definitely going to have to be like,
passing appreciation.
That's going to have to be like 9 figures, at least. I mean, I feel the same way about that as I feel like what was that joke? You don't have to kill one person to be a killer. You only got to suck one cock to be a cocksucker. So you're really going to have to throw some mad money at me before me to even consider that. I'm not saying I won't consider it. I'm just saying it's going to cost you a lot.
9 action figures.
Yeah, Addison is like, oh man, I underbid. Shit, $5. Damn.
I haven't set mine up yet. I'm still in the process of tracking down an attorney to ask questions.
Yeah, see, I didn't originally set up my Cash App for e-begging, so like that was on the fly. I didn't even consider using my Cash App until I saw P-Dog had to start putting his Venmo and Cash Apps in his descriptions.
Now, what I found really funny is for me to set up a Streamlabs account, I need a lawyer
and lawyers cost money
to file an LLC. Just to have someone tell the state that I am taking care of myself on my own LLC.
Tree 50 will get you a pat on the head, Fugi. That's about all that'll get you.
Head pats.
Yeah.
Good for cat girls. Not so much for regular males.
If anyone wants to give Terry money, you can donate it at the Cash App link in the description. I'll make sure it gets to him sooner or later.
I believe the term there is eventually.
Yes, eventually. The check will be in the mail at some point. Some later date to be determined. But what I think it's hilarious what's going on here with GameStop, with AMC. I've been using the GameStop motto this whole week without any irony attached to it whatsoever. Power to the players, man. If you are involved in that, God bless you, Godspeed. I've always maintained that fuck everybody, not just the rich, but everybody. So
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. Yes, I mean this. Like I said, this week has been the first time that anyone has even tried to explain what a hedge fund is, and I still don't know. I don't know anybody who has anything to do with a hedge fund. I've never met anybody who has that much money. So Like I don't even know if I know anybody that has enough money to open a money market account at their local, commercial bank.
Yeah, I think I would. Um, in order to set up an account at my credit union, I need at least $5.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, like at my local bank, if I wanted to set up a money market account, which is, as far as I'm aware, is pretty much just a checking account with they take the money out of that and they do something else with it and you earn some interest off of it. You need at least $1,500 to open one of those.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to open just a standard checking account, you got to have at least $100. So I barely know anybody that has like both a checking and a savings account. Yeah, exactly. I kind of understand. I kind of understand short selling now, just like Fugi. Oh, Shio's his credit union is 2,600 for money market. Wow, where did they come? 2,600. I mean, I can understand like increasing it by like you know, intervals of 100, maybe 5. Where do they get 2,600?
I don't know, probably a cushion in there somewhere, so that
That's
in case they completely fuck up.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was really hoping to get a hold of like Skeptalk or Prospero, not even for a live stream, just for like a Discord call. Like, all right, explain this shit to me. I'm an idiot. Hey, Talik, how's it going?
Hey, Telek.
Now, I'll also admit here too. I've heard people pronounce his name different ways. I'm sticking with Talik until he tells me otherwise, and even then, I might not listen.
Yep, I'm good with Telek until he says.
Hey, that's correct.
Telek.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna say because yeah, until someone tells me otherwise, and yeah, then it's stuck. And even then, it's gonna take some work.
I mean, I will call you whatever I learned when I first met you. So if you don't correct me like straight off the bat, you're stuck with it. Wall Street clearly underestimated a generation raised on highly coordinated Friday night World of Warcraft raids. Well, that's about the only thing they're not blaming for this, Shio. I mean, I've
Yeah,
seen everything.
yeah, they are. They are.
Oh wait, they've gotten to World of Warcraft?
No, they've gone to. Well, if you want to include it, it's the GamerGate crowd.
Oh yeah. I've
Yeah,
seen Gamergate. I've seen
it's in that
Trump.
shit.
I've seen Nazis, white supremacists. I've seen them blame everything other than the people working at hedge funds being complete assholes.
Yeah.
Because that's what's really driving this. It doesn't have to do with the money. It's that line from The Dark Knight, man. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. Poor people don't care if they lose what little money they had to begin with, because guess what? They'd still be poor. But they'll risk it. They'll risk it if it means sending those rich fucks to the poorhouse.
Oh yeah.
And that is an endeavor I can get behind. If that's how you want to bankrupt the rich instead of instituting socialism, more power to you. Use capitalism.
The way God intended.
Yeah. Because from what I understand, and again, I'll reiterate for the umpteenth time, what I understand is very little about this. But from what I understand, this all started because Melvin Capital over leveraged themselves on GameStop.
Now who are they?
They're the hedge fund that originally kicked this whole thing off. If I'm not mistaken, it was a guy working for Melvin Capital published a paper talking about shorting GameStop at $20.
Oh, I gotcha.
And if I'm not mistaken, they are going bankrupt within the week. I think their call they're due to pay that back like by tomorrow. So by next week, they could be out of business completely. And I saw one post from a blue check that says because of all this so far, like hedge funds have lost like over $14 billion with a B.
Good lord.
Yeah. And yeah, we all know GameStop's going to die. I don't think anybody who's even if you have a GameStop in your local area and you've actually walked in the place, you knew as soon as you crossed the threshold that place was going out of business. It was just a matter of when. Because there's a GameStop in my local area. They don't even have half the, not even half the walls have shelves on them for games.
Yeah.
There's Funko Pops, there's computer accessories and console accessories. I don't even know if they have a quarter of the shelf space dedicated to games anymore. And the GameStop here is clean and quiet and quite nice. Half the walls have retro, the other half current. Well, your GameStop has more games than mine does. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. So, but then again, like my local GameStop has been a pain in the ass since it opened. Wonder if EB Games is going to go down too. Isn't EB Games? Is that that's like a GameStop for foreigners, pretty much, right? Because I think I heard about them in Canada as well.
I know that. Oh God, was it New Zealand? Has an owl games or something like that.
Yeah, but nobody cares about those sheep shaggers.
Well, I know about it because someone hacked into my bank account to pay for their $200 fucking gaming habit, which I quickly put the kibosh on. I'm like,
Yeah,
they're like, are you sure that this you didn't pay for this? I'm like, this is based in New fucking Zealand. Do I
the
look?
only yeah
Do I
yeah the
sound
only
like a
people
New
that go to
Zealander?
New Zealand, the only people who go to New Zealand are people that want to fuck a sheep or people that work for a Lord of the Rings film crew. Nobody else goes there. Nobody's gonna buy shit from there.
Yeah, you go there. The first thing you see is Micah Rollins. You're like, no, I'm getting the fuck out.
Yeah, Foogie, I wouldn't mind buying physical copies of games either if I had the money to.
Hey, Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay, how's it going? And you want to come chat about stonks, Lindsay? We were having a little fun in a Twitter DM group yesterday, just joking about that because Johnny and I are woefully uneducated about this topic, and I've only been able to keep up with a fraction of what's going on online with it.
Or are you working?
Italic says check out Goodwill's auction site for games and consoles. Amazing and cheap. Nice. Well, see, there's very few games that I would play on console, and it's usually like sports titles. That's where I like the. Oh, she's off work in a few minutes, then gotta do some stuff, but she might be able to join. That's cool.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
if you want, I'll send her the link on Twitter.
we're good for another hour at least. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, like there's one game that I would actually like to buy to have a physical copy of, and that would be uh, the last college football NCAA football game that came out. Are you wanting to talk about stonks, Richo? I have played the show as well. The last console I had was a PS3 though, so I'm not even up to PS4, and that was like secondhand used PS3. Well, I don't know anything about stocks, so Yeah, NCAA 14. That's the one. Had the Michigan quarterback on it because that's the last one they made because of a lawsuit that got filed on behalf of the former players. For their what was it? The rights to their likenesses. And if they want some money for it, okay, fine. Like I've heard some really messed up stories about like college athletes and their likenesses. Like there was one guy who played football for the University of Colorado, Jeremy something. I can't remember his last name, but he was also like a snowboarder, and he ended up losing his uh, eligibility to play football because he was making money as a snowboarder on the side
Hmm.
because he had sponsorships and whatnot for his snowboarding in the off season. There was another guy, I think he was also a football player, who he couldn't use his own name for like his R&B hip hop music because he played college football at the time. Jeremy Bloom, thank you, Shio. Yes, Jeremy Bloom was his name. And I was like, that's just ridiculous. They're doing things that have nothing to do with football. So why should you hold their likeness hostage for something like that? I mean, the one guy with the R&B career wasn't even had anything to do with athletics. It was singing, for fuck's sake. So, I mean,
Well,
I have sympathy for that.
let's see. I found on Amazon NCAA 13. You can get that used for $101.99.
Yeah, see, that's one of the reasons why I haven't bought either of those titles. Like now that they've stopped making those games, they've gone like especially 14. Like you're gonna have to pay over $100 to get 14 because that's the last one.
The one for, let's see, NCAA 14 for the Xbox 360 was, well, let's, oh, I lost it. I believe it was $212.
Yeah, and that's one of those supply and demand examples, folks. When this shit was coming out year after year, I would have been able to get that. Now that we're in the in 2021, going into what would be like the 2022 game, I'd have been able to pick up NCAA 14 for a couple bucks at GameStop. Surprisingly enough.
Oh, I was wrong. It's $220. Forgive me.
Yeah. I'm not opposed to using Sargon's name for it, hand egg, because yeah, I'll give you guys credit that soccer is the legitimate football. You guys actually use your feet to play that one, so I'm not gonna argue about that one. Um, the only American football I enjoy watching is college football. I don't even watch the NFL. Once those guys start getting paid millions of dollars to give each other brain damage, I tune out. You know, I love seeing some 19, 20-year-old kid get his egg completely scrambled and then know that he's got to go do like an English paper and have that turned in next Monday. It's like, good luck on that, kid. You can't even spell your name right now. But the whole reason why I like college football is because they actually have uh, uh, you have to actually win the game. There is no ties in college football like the NFL. And maybe the NFL could get me back if they had something, where you actually had to win the game. There was no ties.
Here's one on eBay for $299.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not spending $300 on a video game.
I wonder if let's see.
Exactly, Shio. And a tie is like kissing your sister, according to Vince Lombardi. I wouldn't know, but I'm guessing he might.
just for reference. Let's see.
Fair enough, Cynic. Like, I mean, I did enjoy playing like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and stuff as well. Like those games, like I said, most of my console stuff was either shooters or sports titles. I like fighting games, UFC, Fight Night, boxing. I liked, Call of Duty, Medal of Honor. I did play Halo back in the day when I had an Xbox, but not nearly as much. I also played, was it Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Las Vegas 2.
This is arguably one of the best JRPGs out there, and it is $364.
No, just no.
No, there is no video game worth paying.
Right, Fugi? Vegas 2 was awesome. I loved that you could play, single player, multiplayer, you could play online. What I thought was really cool was like, the way that you could go breaching like windows and stuff. You could actually rappel upside down and shoot people through the windows. That was great. Like Halo and Rainbow Six were probably the only two games I remember playing with any regularity on Xbox.
Now, I definitely think this is a troll. Same game. $2,000.
There is not enough weed on the planet to get me high enough to want to buy that for that price.
Yeah.
Terry, bargain! Oh yeah, man! I loved going through like the convention center. Uh, that was my favorite map to play. Hunting the terrorists. Love that game. And if I could go back and get an old Xbox and that game again, I'd play that. Hell, I'd stream it. I'm horrible at shooter games, but I'd still let you guys watch me get just killed repeatedly playing that because it's fun.
I remember. I think it was one of the first Tom Clancy's. Or not? Was it Tom Clancy?
Yeah. For Rainbow Six, Lost. Well, I'll be honest. That's the only Tom Clancy game I played, and that was because one of my buddies from college had it. And I was like, "Oh, this is cool."
I played. I think it was the first one that came out. The first Rainbow Six.
Yeah, I never played that one, but
and I remember going in. My friend was teaching me how to play it, and I walked into a room and immediately was killed. And I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? I didn't see anyone anywhere. And he goes, "Oh, well, where did you go?" And I'm like, "Well, I went in through this side door over here." He's like, "Oh no, as soon as you open the door, because it opens in, and there's a guy right there, like not in front of the door, but he's behind the door, hidden." And so I went straight thinking,
Oh, yeah, you always check your corners, dude.
Yeah, and I didn't check the corner. I took 2 steps and immediately got capped in the back of the head.
Oh, man, anytime I was walking...
I'm like, fuck this game. I'm done.
Yeah, anytime I would walk into a doorway, I would toss a flash or just a regular grenade before, just stack up, throw a flashbang, and wait for the boom and then go in.
I thought it was funny how there was an automatic where it'll just get you to your objective, and it'll play for you to get you to your objective, but then it doesn't tell you what you've done to get there. It just fast forwards through the game. And I'm just like, okay, so miraculously we've got the guy, and one of our guys is dead, and all right, so which one, where do we go from here? And so yeah, just thinking, oh, I'll just straight line, beeline straight for the exit. Nope. We got surrounded and we were killed by people who came out of nowhere. I'm like, I'm done.
That's exactly right. Wait for the boom, then go in. I don't mind being quoted on that.
So yeah, that's that's my first person shooter experience. I don't really do well at those.
Oh. What is this about? Is this about the Afro Puffs on that one game? Oh, is that still going? Is people still complaining about that?
The Astro Puffs?
Afro, whatever you want to call it, dude. I don't care. Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Okay, first of all, your name is FIFA is racist. I don't care what you have to say. No. Just no. Backing out. Just backing away.
I have played GoldenEye.
Oh, yeah, back in the day.
I have
Wow.
not played Time Splitters.
I remember playing GoldenEye on 64 with a couple buddies. God, I don't know how many hours we lost to that game when we were in elementary school. It was that, and when he got PlayStation, we played Resident Evil, and I thought it was hilarious because he wouldn't play Resident Evil alone in the dark. Like, you know, like he had to have people come and have a sleepover for him to play that game past sundown. It was hilarious. And I haven't played Resident Evil since what 4 came out, whenever that was.
I remember when I first played Resident Evil. I was staying over at a friend's house, and we were listening to the Green Day album Dookie. Not Dookie. Kerplunk. And there's a song on there called Dominated Love Slave. And the song starts off with like this Appalachian style, just you hear crickets, and then all of a sudden you hear woohoo, this like really quiet like background noise, and we freaked out because we thought it was part of the game. And then the song started. I'm like, oh god, that had us going.
Today is the 35th anniversary of the Challenger explosion. Yeah, I got nothing to say about that, really. Was that 80? Yeah, 86, right? 35 years. I was -3 when that happened, so there's not a whole lot of emotion for me in that. I do understand that apparently, like, they wasn't a teacher supposed to be on that shuttle flight, and they were like broadcasting the launch into a bunch of schools.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bet you a bunch of kids decided they didn't want to be an astronaut for seeing that shit, huh?
Let's see.
Talek was 5 at the time.
Yeah, me as well. 86, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and now they're talking about having like commercial space flight to Mars and stuff in our lifetime. It's like, dude, I won't even get on a commercial flight on an airplane. Fuck Mars.
Krista McAloof. Aleph. Olive.
I'm gonna die on this rock right here. I have no intention of ever going to space. I mean, the only way you're gonna get me out of orbit on this fucking planet is if they start putting the concentration camps on Mars. You know?
All right, checking that.
Richo asked, "Did you give up on your thief game, Johnny?"
I did not. I will definitely be playing that later. Shio says, although today marks the 35th anniversary of the Challenger disaster, there's still a heated debate between NASA investigators on how the space shuttle, crewed by two bitches and a chink, managed to crash.
Oh,
It's 2021. It's chinks
with an X,
with
yes.
an X.
Oh, I forgot to send this to Lindsay. So if she's listening, you have the link whenever you're available.
No, I'll save the thief game for later. I'm still playing that for now.
No, Shio, it wasn't in their armor. It was in their
The O rings.
No, I thought that was Apollo 1.
Nope.
Oh no.
Failure of the
Oh, that's
O-rings.
right. That's right. The O-rings were the Challenger, and there's something with Apollo 1 that caused a fire as well. Oh, that was the other one that had the heat shielding fell off when they took off. That was what, 2005? Like when they went to come back in, no, 2003. Okay, thank you, Shio. I remember it was when I was in high school. So
Let's see.
yeah, somewhere between 2003 and 2005, something like that. Yeah, exactly, something. That was what what was that one called? Discovery? No,
Apollo 1 or the one?
no. 2000. The one that like disintegrated upon re-entry in the 2000s during during W's presidency. Because I remember I remember the Christopher Titus joke about it. He's like, Columbia. Thank you, Shio. It was the space shuttle Columbia. Because Titus made a joke about it. He's like, my the tiles in my bathroom fall off and they go 0 miles per hour. So
Let's see. No, the Apollo 1 was a fire in the.
yeah, I think they were like stirring the oxygen tanks or whatever, and there was some kind of static discharge that caused them to explode.
A cabin fire during a launch rehearsal.
Yeah, and apparently they had the doors were supposed to open inward, so the air pressure from the fire caused it where they couldn't open the doors and get out. Yeah, 2 words you never want to hear with space stuff: oops and uh-oh.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, once I found out that like astronaut training involved like that whole spinning around in a circle thing, I was like, nope, I don't even like the merry-go-round. Fuck that. Oh, your kid found something while playing Pokemon Sword. I don't know if that's good or bad, Johnny.
Is he in?
He's in the Discord.
Oh,
He just posted in the general.
gotcha. Him and his Pokemon. That kid has encyclopedic knowledge of fucking Pokemon. All right. So, how did you get into getting back on topic? How did you get into doing the crypto in the first place?
Faucet websites because when I I'm a late adopter to anything and everything. The only thing that I adopted somewhat early was Facebook, and that was because I got bullied by a girlfriend into using it because I still had a MySpace. I was like, okay, so what's this about? She's like, you know, and her explanation of it was like, oh, so it's like MySpace. No, it's better than MySpace. Why? Uh, yeah, I miss Tom too. Like he just wanted to be our friend, and we forsake him for some reason. I don't know why.
And he left us the hell alone sometimes.
Well, I mean, I'll give Tom credit. He made like what 500 million off of MySpace and then just pieced out. Like he was smart about it. He's like, nope, I got mine. Fuck y'all.
Hey, Grill and Pirate Pete.
Exactly, Grill and Pirate Pete. He just wanted to be your friend. He didn't try and censor you. Yeah, yeah. My girlfriend's whole argument was, it's better than MySpace. Why? Here's some boobies. Okay. They, granted, the boobies weren't on MySpace, but or Facebook. They were right in front of me. But yeah, when I first actually started looking into the different cryptos, I was like, well, is there any way for me to be able to make this without spending money? And I started looking at what it would take to mine cryptocurrency, and there's still a couple that you could probably get away with using just like your computer to mine them, but you need to have either a good graphics card or a good CPU to make it worth your while. But if you're wanting to get like the bigger cryptos like Bitcoin, you're going to need these ridiculous mining rigs that are going to cost you out the ass. And I don't know what the price, how the price of those have been affected with the pandemic and everything. Because let's face it, a lot of that graphics cards and electronic stuff's all manufactured in China to begin with. So, I mean, but before the pandemic, you had the whole trade war going on with China. You could see about doing cloud mining, but that's going to cost you money to get started with it. So yeah, I've been just using I had been using just crypto faucets, which it gives you just the smallest pittance of a fraction of a coin for whatever you're doing.
I'm not the one that said it there, Mr. Scott.
Hello, Mr. Scott, and here, China. So,
And there's Mr. Scott keeping the conspiracy going. The new,
I don't.
the new conspiracy, I should say.
I don't even know what I have in this computer of mine because this is a like 5-year-old refurbished computer, and it's going to get to the point where I'm going to need to replace this sooner or later, probably sooner. But yeah, that costs money. So Cash App in the description, folks. Just saying, no pressure, no pressure. But
No, I was thinking about it because I have my laptop back. Oh hell, going on 8 years. It's back when I first went to college, and I was thinking about either just taking it to get recycled, or just seeing what I could do to upgrade it. And I figured I would talk to Hammer about that before I do anything else.
yeah, I see people posting their specs for their like CPUs and stuff, or their graphics cards. I don't know which ones they're talking about right now. That should tell you how much I know. But my eyes will glaze over faster talking about computer stuff than talking about this financial shit that's going on. Because at least with the financial shit, there are memes. I have yet to see a meme that was entertaining enough and explanatory enough for graphics cards or CPUs.
I when it pops up in my memories, I'll be able to share one with you. But when I did my computer programming class, uh, there was a meme that popped up on my Facebook, and I'm like, oh, that is classic. And I showed it to half the people in the class, and like of course no one got it except for the teacher.
Oh, that's when you know that you got a good meme right there. Nobody laughs except for the teacher.
Yeah, and it's pretty much all about essentially syntax in coding. Really, is all it was.
But yeah, with those faucet websites, it wasn't really, you weren't really going to make anything off of it unless you did that whole networking scheme. Like if you gave a referral code, which by the way, I have a referral code for one of the game sites I use with crypto, and I'll post it in the chat if y'all want to play. It's not going to make you rich, but it's got some fun little games, and it kind of explains the basics of how mining is supposed to work. So I'll drop that in the chat if you guys want to check it out. And I've noticed like the number of people that are on there, it keeps going up day after day. So when I first got started, like I've been on here for like 10 days, and there were under 450,000 people, and it's already up to almost 460 today. So I mean that community keeps growing, and these are like some old style flash games. I got some side scrollers. You got like the Dr. Mario kind of Tetris setup on one of them. There's like the memory card game where you got to match them up and shit. Just simple shit. And the thing is like with any of the faucets or anything like that, there is a withdrawal limit you have to reach before you can start taking that stuff out. And it's like I said, it's not going to get you any money overnight. But if you wanted to get started with crypto, that's a decent enough way to do it without risking anything. Oh, Mr. Scott posted something in the meme catcher. Let's see what this is about. Yep, yep, yep. Boobies indeed. Boobies indeed.
Nothing wrong with that.
Have we ever sent anybody to the corner on these streams? I don't think we have.
If we did, we'd probably belong there ourselves.
I mean, maybe said it like once or twice as okay. Now that one, Chio, yeah.
Oh, come on.
You legitimately earned that one. You go right ahead, sir. You know where to go and how to get there.
Good Lord.
But yeah, yeah, he knows what he did. Yeah. But if you were wanting to mine a cryptocurrency these days, it would take you a lot of processing power, and you would have to factor in the amount of electricity you're using to get that processing power. And I mean, unless you're willing to put up some money and your energy costs are fairly decent, or on the lower end, the juice isn't going to be worth the squeeze. Now, if you wanted something, uh, these aren't even really. I wouldn't even say they're currencies so much. People aren't using them to buy and sell stuff. They're using them as assets, like investments to hold on to. You know. I mean, they can. Yeah, sure. A TP can have corners. Uh, Choctaws didn't really have teepees. We had lodges. So yeah, there's definitely corners I could send you to in one of those places.
So didn't you guys mostly have longhouses and shit like that?
Yep. Because we were civilized. Don't encourage him, Fugi. I'm not looking that close either, Shio. But no, these days, if you were wanting to try and make some money with a crypto and you had some money to put in, again, not a financial advisor. Take this with a grain of salt. Do your own fucking research. Don't be lazy. But I would, if I had some money to put down, I would go with a crypto that has proof of stake instead of proof of work. And the difference with that is, like Bitcoin, if you're mining Bitcoin, you would have to show, the work that you did, with your computing power, to mine the Bitcoin. Whereas one like Ethereum, which is, proof of stake, if I'm not mistaken, you would be able to get more Ethereum just by holding Ethereum. You would get rewarded with some Ethereum for holding enough of it. But there again, you got to spend money to make money, and I'm broke as fuck. So Cash App in the description. No pressure, no pressure. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna spend anything that anybody gives me on crypto at this point. I'm not gonna spend it. I'm not even gonna spend it on upgrading my computer. I'm gonna spend it on the necessities like caffeine and nicotine because I'm po.
Hey there, Gabby.
Hey, Gabbers, how's it going? Boo, Fugi. Boo.
You can join Shio just for that.
I thought it was bad enough seeing cattail butt plugs, but if you have a possum head one, you need Jesus. And I'm not even religious.
So you have dueling banjos playing on auto start in your own head.
Oh, we've been all over the place so far, Gabby. We talked a little bit about the great meme war that's going on with short seller with hedge funds and Reddit. Talked a little bit about my limited knowledge of cryptocurrencies. My dog's barking at something, if you guys can hear. Exactly, Gabby. Hold the line on the stonks.
It's just an empty gag there, cynic.
See, I'm learning too much about you people. I'm learning too much about you people.
Every time you fart. Squawk. Nice.
I will say that with all the stuff going on with the with the GameStop hedge funds and whatnot, it's actually gotten minds to stop talking about magic beans for fuck's sake, and I'm glad about that. Because there was like a week straight where all I saw was people posting about magic beans, and somebody finally explained it to me, and I was like, oh, How's this funny again?
Okay,
I'm
so
getting
I
old.
definitely missed something. Where's the what is it about the beans?
Apparently, it's something about the ACLU. I got a very very surface level explanation of it from Teddy Bear, and that was enough for me. Are they still on the beans? Uh, no, actually, like I said, since the whole uh, Reddit v Wall Street, they've been on that and they've moved away from the magic beans. No, we are not still talking about butt plugs. In fact, we're moving on. No, no more, no more. Watch now. They're just going to talk exclusively about butt plugs for the rest of the stream and chat.
Well, he can have fun with that because I am not.
I mean, that's like a rule of the internet. Anytime you tell them no, that's just what they're going to do. So
Well,
I can't blame them, but
De La Hayes isn't here, so you don't need to translate.
if only there were other memes to talk about. Yeah, it seems like it seems like there's not a lot of different memes going around. It's very targeted on the memeing these days. You go from just one to the next. You don't have a diversity of memes anymore. But yeah, I woke up last night after just taking a nap, and I saw Dogecoin was trending. Like, hey, I've got a few hundred of those. How much is it worth now? It's like, oh, still around a penny. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I've been meaning to check that one out just for the fact that Germany decided they were going to ban it. Talking about the redo of Healer, which is an anime.
Yeah, I caught that, and I'm not a weeb, so I don't care.
Yeah.
I've literally watched only two things that and like that's I didn't even finish watching Death Note. Someday I'll get around to it, but it's like that and Dragon Ball Z. That's the only two things I've ever watched that can be considered anime. Someone just got arrested for a meme. I don't know. Did they? That would be kind of sad if they did.
I know that one guy got doxxed by
CNN. Yeah. Well, he didn't get doxxed. He got threatened to be doxxed.
Yeah.
And I do love the fact that people are like breaking down into tears almost on CNBC about the GameStop shit.
Oh, I did find a story.
A guy got arrested?
Yep.
For a meme?
Yep.
All right, what's the meme? Wait. Did is it in the U.S.?
Let's see. Tennessee.
Oh shit. Will we get arrested if we talk about the meme or show the meme on here?
Fuck him.
All right, Susan, YouTube, DOJ. This is his channel. He's in control here. I disavow everything. I know nothing.
If I am if you are coming after me, I'd like to let you know that my name is the Hate Camel.
I'm Jack Cochran, and I disapprove this message.
Okay, constitutionally illiterate Tennessee authorities arrest man for posting an anti-police meme. This is law.
Oh yeah, okay, definitely. Fuck them. Show that meme. I want to get rich suing the government. Let's go. Let's go.
On social media. Let's see. Special agents from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and Dixon Police Department on Friday arrested a man accused of posting a fake photograph on social media depicting two men urinating on the grave of a police officer who was tragically killed on duty in 2018. The arrest and subsequent bond demanded for his release outraged attorneys who were quick to point out that despite being horrifically insensitive. The doctored photo is undoubtedly protected under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution.
Yeah. Go ahead, show that shit on air, Johnny. I call top bunk. I don't mind cooling my heels in jail for a little bit. I'm broke and jobless as it is, so 3 hots on a cot sound good to me. Let's see this shit.
Let me see if I can find it.
I will laugh my ass all the way to the bank when I sue the government for violating my rights. Nah, I'll still be the big spoon. I don't mind shanking a motherfucker.
Let's see if I can find. Let's see. Agents visited the gravesite and quickly determined that the photograph was not authentic.
Go figure.
TBI's work, however, continues. In an end, the FBI would encourage anyone with information about who may be responsible for manufacturing the image to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Let's see. The Bureau's investigation led them to arrest Joshua Andrew Garton, who they charged with harassment and held on $76,000 bond.
So they threw his ass in jail for a meme and said, if you want to get out, you gotta pony up $7,600 at least. Huh.
Let's see.
Now, where are the Democrats, trying to get this man out of jail because, cash bail and shit, right?
Okay, so this is what was showed. I will... That's it.
Okay, like that's sending people to jail now. Okay, yeah, humor is illegal. That's exactly right, Talek. I hope that man, I hope he sues all the way to the Supreme Court and wins. That is ridiculous. Again, unless you're telling somebody to explicitly go do something illegal, First Amendment, go fuck yourself.
A shitty joke is still a joke.
Do we need to play the Patrice clip? Like, do we need to have that on standby anytime someone makes a joke that people don't like? Yeah, it is still legal to be an asshole. You cannot arrest people just for being an asshole. If you did, well over half the country would be behind bars. But I'm sure Kamala wouldn't mind that in the least. So, oh man, that's retarded. We did finally hear something about Trump today. I don't know if you caught that, Johnny. Apparently, Trump had a meeting with Kevin McCarthy, who is the House GOP leader, the minority leader. And apparently he's going to work with the GOP to try and flip the House for 2022.
Really?
Yeah, exactly, Foogie. I thought this was America.
I'm really going to need those clips.
That clip? Yeah. Well, yeah, especially you're going to wear that clip out in the next 4 years, dude.
Get Timmy and I thought this was America.
And need to be on the lookout for Lindsay in the waiting room. She'll be here momentarily.
Okay.
And I'm sure she's got plenty of stonk memes for us to talk about. But while that's going on, I'll be right back. I've got a blood wing, so entertain the people, Johnny.
All right then. I'll go through with Indians with the Z.com. Let's see. Not a lot on this one. Native American calling, music maker, COVID. Let's see. A book inspired by the movement at Standing Rock is educating young people about Native rights. Let's see. Health services. COVID-19. COVID-19. Here we are. Let's see. D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals, Standing Rock Sioux Tribe versus U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. From January 26th. From IndiansWithAZ.com. Written by someone.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, I was just going through the D.C. Court of Appeals versus the Standing Rock Tribe versus the Army Corps of Engineers.
Oh, the whole pipeline stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to Internet Historian's video on the stonks as well, Gabby. Hell, he could make it tomorrow with all the content that's been generated by it in this past week.
Now, by Internet Historian, are we saying
the YouTuber?
Mr. Medeker?
No. The YouTuber, Internet Historian.
Okay.
Have you not seen his videos?
It's a mishmash of people I've seen. Who knows what they call each other anymore?
No, Medeker was Internet Aristocrat before he was Medeker.
Okay, I gotcha. I get my people mixed up. No, I've never seen any Internet Historians.
Oh man, he's got some good ones. He had one about Fallout 76. Last year? He had one about the Habba Hotel. Yeah, I would recommend either Foogie's recommend the Fallout 76 one. The Habba Hotel one is gold. He had one about what was that one con that had the ball pit? He had one about that too.
I'm trying to
Dash Con. Thank you, Girl and Pirate Pete. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Gabby also saying Dash Con as well. Yeah. He's got some good ones. Definitely worth a watch. I don't know why I'm plugging him because he's way bigger than both of us combined, but yeah.
Rainforest.
Yeah, I'm not watching anything about furries, even if it isn't a historian talking about them. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I made it through Jim's videos on furries, and that's about as far as I need to go.
Oh, she's in the studio, Johnny. Hey, I can't see. Only Johnny can see who's back there.
I can't even see who's in there because it's behind me.
I see how it is. Sure, Jan. Leave me out in the cold like I'm chopped liver. I'm just kidding.
I told him you'd be here momentarily. He should have kept an eye out. Not my fault.
Yeah. Well, I'm just happy I got my rotten potato of a computer to work. But now that I'm here, so we talking stonks?
We did talk about it briefly at the top, but you seem to have more insight into all of this than I do, because I have to admit, since the start of the year, I've really haven't been paying that close of attention to Twitter. When people really started posting about it on mine, so I kind of came back and started looking. It's like, oh, okay.
All I know is that it's quite refreshing to see libertarians and conservatives joining hand in hand in holy matrimony in laughing and metaphorically spitting on crybaby billionaires as they go bankrupt by a bunch of Reddit autists.
Well, what I think is hilarious is, like, this is not a left right kind of thing. It's, the whole political spectrum is getting behind the whole, fuck the rich,
Mm-hmm.
And
well, yeah.
This has already been more effective than the Occupy Wall Street movement. I think that's hilarious.
And that's exactly what Tim Pool said. I don't think what did they do? They just basically picketed, and then they just dissolved into like an identity politics dribbling malarkey.
Yeah, they had the spirit fingers, jazz hands shit because clapping was triggering. And it's like, okay, you guys aren't the 99%. Let's be honest here. And anybody that can camp out in a park in New York City while the rest of us have to go to work, fuck you.
Well, and then most of these people would go on to become the corporate establishment bootlickers that they are. Who are cheering on people getting censored by big tech, but but then as soon as they come for them, oh no, censorship. That's what we've been trying to fucking tell you guys.
Yeah. I think the best part is that there's nobody who is involved in the whole GameStop short squeeze that doesn't know GameStop is going to fail.
Yeah.
They all know. They don't care. And that's what I think is the best part.
It's all about sending a message.
Exactly. Like, everyone's going full on Heath Ledger's, like, just burn the money, send a message. Fuck you.
And they're scared. They are so scared. It is hilarious watching the rigging happening in real time. And we've been telling everybody, we've been telling you all along the game was rigged.
Yeah. I mean, we did talk about that earlier. Like, Robinhood was not only stopping people from buying the stocks, they were starting to sell off people's shares without them, wanting to sell. Like, last night, I saw like a whole bunch of the different trading platforms were down. And like stuff that, I'd never even thought about, like TD Ameritrade, Like, Jack McCoy was hawking that shit back in the day.
Oh yeah. Well, that and the nation. So like, take with that what you will.
I mean, it is funny to watch these people, and like, did you guys, Lindsay? Did you see the clip of that one dude on CNBC almost breaking into tears?
He did cry. He literally cried on national TV.
Won't
somebody think of the billionaires?
Won't somebody think of the hedge funds? No, the clip I saw, like, his voice was cracking and everything, but like it was clipped to like he wasn't actually crying. It's like it was only like 20 some odd seconds. It was like, dude, go fuck yourself.
Well, and he basically came out and said that these in a sense, to paraphrase, that these filthy plebs are coming in on the wealthy elites' grounds of their ivory tower. I mean, I can't believe he actually said the quiet part out loud. I just said, well, there's another bunch of red pills that have been dropped in normies' laps.
And there was one tweet that I thought was hilarious. Well, there have been quite a few tweets that were just funny to me about all of this. But where is it? Our favorite gay panda. He had one.
Lo Ping, I love him.
He says, earlier this month, you're telling me we could have stormed Congress this whole time? This week, you're telling me we could have just robbed Wall Street this whole time? Next month, you're telling me we could have just armored a bunch of bulldozers this whole time?
Ah, Killdozer.
Well, and then that's right. You've got the shit going down in DC where now they're installing permanent fencing around the Capitol.
Yeah, it only took them 2 weeks to admit that walls worked. I tweeted that
I know,
out.
right?
If a undocumented immigrant, because we're not supposed to say illegal aliens anymore, but if an undocumented immigrant could come over here and take somebody's congressional seat or their Senate seat, you would see 40-foot walls electrified with gun turrets and razor wire behind a moat full of sharks with freaking lasers on their heads.
For fuck's sakes, Pelosi was talking about arming the National Guardsmen with fucking machine guns. I'm like, how deranged and that much of a coward are you? It just goes to show
I'm not worried about her giving the National Guard machine guns. I'll start worrying when she actually gives them bullets.
God, talk about another image that absolutely pissed me off. It's like 20,000 of our own troops, treated like dogs to preserve their masters. It's like fucking a joke.
Well, I think the best thing that came out of that was like you won't see Texas or Florida or some of those other states send their National Guard from now. Like, nah, fuck you. We saw you treat them last time.
Shit, the Texas AG basically was successful on getting a temporary restraining order on the deportation ban. I'm like, Texas is where it's at. Don't mess with Texas.
I mean, and I've probably talked about illegal immigration enough that my position should be fairly well known. I fucking hate it. I have nothing against legal immigrants. People that want to come here and be contributing, productive members of our society. Yep. More power to you. If you want to talk about how we need to streamline that process more so it's not taking 13, 15 goddamn years for someone to come here legally, more power to you. I would like to see that as well.
Hey, I'm all for reforming the system in place in terms of immigration. But to me, anybody that crosses the border illegally is a slap in the face to those who actually come to this country legally.
Yeah, exactly.
And go through the channels, like having to fill out the paperwork, waiting months and paying all the excessive fees, just to get a freaking green card,
Exactly.
And using two people in consideration with that. I think Cryptic.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Seal 77.
Mm.
Oh, I didn't know Seal 77 was an immigrant.
Yeah, I didn't either until he mentioned it one time in Lords of the Night chat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going around to like my Twitter mutuals or anything like that. Like, papers, please. Are you here legally? I don't know. No, I'm not seeking you out. On your immigration status. But my only thing about it is, if you want to come here, come in through the front door and sign the fucking guest book.
Well, and that's like, have you seen? And I'm gonna shill this again. Andrew Schultz Saving America on the Netflix.
I have not sat down and watched it yet, but I am subscribed to his YouTube channel where that got kicked off, and that dude is hilarious.
Well, he does a part where he's talking about how they mentioned that New York is like essentially just dead, and he's like, no, you walk out there and there's still people all over the place. It's not shut down like they're reporting it, and it's not even close to being real.
Yeah, and speaking of New York, did you see that the New York AG completely threw Cuomo under the bus?
Where he belongs.
Well, like that's one of the things. Like that's part of the reason why I think everyone is kind of waking up to hating the media, because it's like Schrodinger's lockdown.
Yep.
We hear about how lockdowns and stuff like that, and then you go outside and it's like, where the fuck is this happening, man? Because I still got to go to the grocery store. I still got to go pay bills. I still got to get this and that. Places are open. It's just
Right. That's how it is here. But I mean, it's like, that's why, after this crazy shit show of an election, everyone's like, been so demoralized and blackpilled, and meanwhile I'm just like, guys, there's a bunch of there's a cultural shift that's happening. I mean, like, people are losing trust in the media. Hollywood is burning to the ground. Nobody, people are not, they're abandoning today's pop culture.
And Seth Rogen especially, and his polite friend, a shorter David Hyde Pierce, whatever his name is,
Evan Goldberg,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, Joseph Golden, yeah.
I'm referencing your retweet of his.
Oh, that's right. Well, I mean, every now and then they say something that is just a reminder that actors only sound smart when somebody else writes their lines for them.
Yep.
I mean, these people are literally told what to say, what to wear, where to stand, how to look, If you take advice from them about anything, you are dumb, and you deserve whatever you get from it.
And it's like, oh God, I'm having a brain fart here. Well, to be fair, right? So I think that there are some celebrities in the Hollywood bubble that actually don't think that way, but they know that if they say something out of line, they're going to lose their jobs, and they're going to be blackballed.
Well, definitely. Like, I mean, how many times do you hear about somebody who has, I mean, aside from Chris Pratt, who in Hollywood that is working, do you hear about having any kind of conservative views? And I don't even know if Chris Pratt has conservative views. It's just that he goes to church.
Well,
so he's automatically a conservative.
Well, he seems like a free thinker, and there's more free thinkers in the celebrity realm that's actually popping up, like Gina Carano, for instance.
That's because Gina Carano made her name off of getting punched in the face and punching people in the face. So she don't care what people say about her online.
That's why it cracks me up when you have these pathetic SJW identity politics obsessed mental nutcases going after her, like trying to threaten her and stuff. And I'm just like, bitch, have you seen her size? She will fuck you up.
I have been standing Gina Carano since Haywire. It's like I will let that woman do whatever she wants to me.
Hey, I'd let her punch me in the face and thank her for it.
No questions asked, no complaints. Yes, exactly.
I mean, shit, I don't exactly swing that way, but hey, I've got a bit of a girl crush on her,
Hey, as long as she spoons me till I wake up, I'm fine.
You'll let her be the big spoon?
Yeah, she can be whatever.
She can pick you up and carry you.
She can be whatever silverware she wants.
Well, no, and then also it was just such a breath of fresh air seeing Kurt Russell come out against this bullcrap, which he's been a favorite of mine since childhood.
And all he said was, keep your opinions to yourself and do your fucking job.
Yes, just act, monkeys. That's your whole job, is to fucking entertain people.
Yeah, exactly, Mr. Scott. I wouldn't mind spooning with Gina Carano, but I'd rather fork.
No, but it's nice. It's like you got, Kurt Russell. Then Matthew McConaughey has come out against this crap, and he's actually been interviewed by Jordan Peterson. And oh my God, the SJW brigade is just so fucking salty.
One of the off topic here. One of the clients that I work with, his uncle, I think, passed away, and he got a bunch of clothes from him. And one of them was a shirt that says "Spooning leads to forking," and it's an actual spork just railing a spoon.
That's cute.
I'm like, it's fitting because he's a perv. So,
I mean, hey, K-Shell, how's it going?
Hey, Cole.
I mean, I could probably count the number of conservative Hollywood types on one hand. And I wouldn't even necessarily put Matthew McConaughey in there yet. I mean, the ones I can think of off the top of my head would be James Woods at the top, Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Because, he actually spoke at the Republican National Convention back in, 2012?
Yeah, that was
definitely... That whole talking to Obama.
Oh, the chair.
Yeah. That was like, okay, Grandpa, it's time for you to go, eat your applesauce. What the fuck are you doing? But he's been a Republican since way back in the day.
Yeah.
I think also I'm trying to think.
Stephen
Robert
Baldwin.
Robert Davies, another one too.
Who?
Robert Davey. He was. Have you seen the Goonies?
Way back in the day, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say he was one of the Fratelli brothers in the Goonies.
Oh, well,
I think
one of the bad guys. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I know him from. He's done mostly he's done acting and he's done a lot of
Mr. Scott. He brings up Kevin Sorbo.
Dean
Cain.
Scott Baio.
Has Baio really been in anything lately, though?
Yeah. What's the last thing Baio did?
Oh, jeez.
But like the ones that Christy Swanson, Kay Jones,
Christy
Joy
Swanson.
Villa, hey Pat.
And I've always loved Christy Swanson too. I kind of had a bit of a girl crush on her when I was in my teens. I wanted to be Buffy. She's the real Buffy. No offense to Sarah Michelle Gellar.
I never watched the show. I only count the movie. So
yeah, that's kind of how I am too. I love the movie. I never really got into the show.
Mr. Scott points out Gary Sinise. See, I don't even know if he's really a conservative. I just know that he does stuff to help the troops with his foundation. Hey, Becca, how's it going?
He was
how many?
in Arrested Development.
Robert Davey?
No, Scott Baio.
Oh, Scott Baio.
Oh, okay.
Well, generally, let's face it, when you do stuff in help of the troops, generally, I don't
means conservative.
I don't see a whole lot of liberals do on the veterans supporting our troop train, that kind of thing,
Oh, I bet you they will now that Biden's going to send them back to the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, like the ones I can think of off the top of my head, that would have been like, my top 5 probably would have been, James Woods, Clint Eastwood, Adam Baldwin, Nick Searcy. And
Adam Baldwin too, or Steven? Because I know Steven.
Steven is a conservative.
Yeah,
but he's not nearly as active online as Adam.
Can you imagine what the conversations must be like between them and someone like Alec? Because Alec is very much
Adam Baldwin's not related to them.
Oh, duh, no. Adam. That's what's his name from Firefly?
Jane. Yeah,
completely different Baldwin.
Yeah.
Well, no, Steven is Alec's brother.
Yes, Stephen is Alec Baldwin's brother. There's Alex, Stephen, Billy Baldwin, and Daniel Baldwin.
Yeah.
I was not disagreeing with you, Mr. Scott. I was saying I don't know. All I know is he supports the troops with his Gary Sinise Foundation, which could be taken as being conservative, but I don't know what his positions are on politics. I don't care. I haven't asked. I haven't seen him tell. I just know he supports the troops. I think this day and age, that's probably enough to get you labeled conservative. Like I said, Chris Pratt's labeled one just for going to fucking church.
Shit.
And being self-sufficient.
Well, Gina Carano is labeled one because she doesn't put pronouns in her bio.
Oh, she did. Beep, boop, bop.
That was awesome. I should have thought of that.
Well, I mean, I'm half tempted to go ahead and put my pronouns in my bio, but that's just a shitpost. My pronouns are Your Highness or Your Majesty. Now, kneel, peasants.
I was thinking about doing that and just putting I, me. Just because it got the reaction it got when I was playing Phasmophobia with a bunch of randos.
Isn't that what... I think P-Dog did that. He put that in his bio, like his pronouns, like I, me, and myself, or something like that.
Me, myself, and I. Yeah, there you go.
Wait, I'm gonna have to check his Twitter profile again.
I did finally update my Twitter bio last night to say that I'm the co-host of this stream and the torture streams. That's about it.
I, me, my. That's what he has.
Oh yeah, I mean my. I say it. Yeah.
Pete, that should be Cap'n and R.
R.
So.
Well, and
man.
And then
go ahead.
And then you have someone like Kirstie Alley who came out in favor of Trump, but I don't think she's never really been political.
But there again, I don't care whether you're a conservative or a liberal. If you're an actor, just make entertaining movies and TV shows. I really don't care. Use your money to talk for you. You know, donate that shit to causes you care about. If you're a liberal, you know, in Hollywood, you know, throw some of that coin you're making towards, you know, the causes that you actually support.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't care what your opinions are. Just, you know, entertain me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, you know, that is, aside from, you know, all the great movies he made, that is why I love Kurt Russell. Like, I don't know what he thinks. I just know that
he's a great actor,
he
and
makes good movies and stuff.
Oh, totally. It's like I've been, you know, Kurt Russell has been someone I've loved since childhood, you know, like.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, shit, Big Trouble in Little China is one of my favorite movies of all time. But then the thing's also up there too.
I just like the fact that he's got that range of, you know, he can do a horror thriller, he can do a dramatic movie, he can do comedy, you know. Yeah, so I mean, and he's still rocking it, like with the Christmas Chronicles and stuff too. That I thought that was a good movie. Like, me and the girlfriend watched it when it came out on Netflix, and it's like, I'm not really a holiday movie guy, you know. I'm a Grinch motherfucker, you know. I don't like the Christmas season, mainly because I've mostly worked retail my whole life, and yeah, fuck you people doing your last minute shopping. But yeah, so we sat down and watched that, and it's like, oh, that's pretty good. And like the fake news bit had me cracking up.
Yeah, and you know what? And I think he's turning 70 this year, and he still looks pretty good for his age. That's what's tripping me up, is that a lot of these actors that I admired since I was a kid are going to be turning 70 this decade. Like, holy crap.
Well, he's one of the few actors that I've seen, you know, say anything. It's like, oh, well, you actually didn't diminish my opinion of you by being divisive. Congratulations.
Yep. Yeah. Another one too is Anthony Hopkins. I think he's pretty much come out and said, "Hey, we're entertainers here. We shouldn't, you know."
Well, I mean, he didn't even say we're entertainers. He just said, "Don't ask me. I'm a fucking actor. I don't know anything." Yeah. He just said, "I don't know anything because I'm an actor. I act. I don't know. Don't ask me my opinion on geopolitics or, you know."
And then I'm sitting here thinking, oh my God, there was another reason, or it's like, oh, I knew there was a reason I liked Anthony Hopkins besides, you know, him being a phenomenal actor, because he just strikes me as someone that's just a really chill dude, you know.
Hey, that one wasn't my dog.
Oh, that's mine. That's my Karen.
Your Karen.
He is a neighborhood asshole.
Well, as long as if he's not forcing you to wear 3 masks or so, I think you're okay.
No, he's not a doctor.
Okay, that's good.
I think it's gonna be hilarious when I start seeing people wearing 3 masks and getting their asshole swabbed.
Oh my God. When I saw that, I was like, please don't tell me people are stupid enough to fall for this. Please, for the love of God.
Oh, I had a person the other day try to argue with me on Twitter about that they try to claim that that COVID came from Fort Detrick in Maryland. It was the Army that released it because there was I think it might have even been MSNBC where they had somebody talking about, you know, China with the coof, and, you know, China's still denying that it came from Wuhan.
Oh,
a year later, and people in the World Health Organization are like, yeah, we still don't know where it came from. Motherfucker, what? Really? A year later, you're still trying to pedal that line? Really? And yeah, this one person, you know, they replied to that tweet with the video. It's like, well, I mean, it's true though, and they try to link, you know, Fort Detrick with the Army's, you know, bioweapons research to it, because apparently, and this is the first I'd heard about it, apparently Fort Detrick lost its permit or whatever to research stuff because of leaks and whatnot. And okay, well, where in the article do they mention anything about them studying coronaviruses? I said COVID, which I use it interchangeably.
Oh, right. You can't use China virus anymore because our new lovely commander in chief said, "Oh no, can't use the China virus is banned because it's racist."
But yeah, I was like, so where did they say anything about COVID in the article? I must have missed it. And of course they bit. It's like they try to call me daft because well, it was an independent article, from the UK, the Independent, that they linked, and them using daft like, yeah, you're definitely a Brit, so you don't know anything about Fort Detrick or the army or what have you. Okay.
Sometimes it's fun to fight with people on Twitter.
Yeah.
And what cracks me up is that poor monkey, I don't know how he does it. He always seems to attract the crazies. I don't know why.
But yeah, then they're like COVID is a disease, not a virus. I was like, okay, well, they said something about SARS-CoV-2. I was like, SARS, huh? That's interesting. Where have I heard that before? Oh, right, the outbreak from 2002 that came from where? Where did it come from again?
Well, that's like
China.
He's got.
But before you get onto that, Johnny, they didn't even try to say like, oh, well, they argued that there wasn't even an outbreak. They posted a YouTube video from some British doctor that tried to say like, oh yeah, that we can't even necessarily call that an outbreak. We don't even know that was all the same virus, whatever that caused it. But I thought it was hilarious because in the video they posted, within the first not even 10 seconds, or maybe a little bit longer, but within the first minute, they actually referenced the Wikipedia article for the 2002 to 2004 SARS-CoV-1 outbreak, where it originated in China.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have been very skeptical about anything related to COVID for one simple reason, and probably the extent of my Latin. I only have a couple phrases, but this is one of them. Cui bono? Who benefits? I mean, what country were we in a trade war with before this whole thing started? What country has had a record of viruses being released or originating from it because of either shoddy lab work or wet markets or what have you? What country has an economy that really hasn't felt the hit, according to them at least, of a year-long global pandemic? Who? I wonder.
And I think rumor has it that the Spanish flu originated in China.
From everything I've read, that originated in Kansas.
Well, from what I've heard, the first strain, I guess, originated in China, and then I guess when it made its way, I don't know, but that's what I've heard. I guess I should probably do some more research on that.
But yeah, I mean, I find it extremely convenient for one country in particular that all of these events have transpired, and you have the World Health Organization just bending over forwards, backwards, and sideways for them, and our president has decided, we're going to go ahead and sign back up to that organization. They're doing the Lord's work, right?
Well, and another thing also that makes it very interesting is that this all transpired during the election season.
Right. With a president who was up for re-election that was
that everybody hates. Yep.
That was in the middle of a trade war.
Mm-hmm.
So, hi, Sora. How's it going?
Hey, Sora.
She's not really here. So shh.
Well, not just shh. Well, not just in the middle of a trade war, but he basically made his way into the establishment ivory tower and went bull in China shop mode,
But I mean, and this is not something that just happened overnight. This is something, that, like I said, it's been going on, with the creep of Chinese influence into our country over the course of years, if not decades. And I know Becca's in chat. Her and Irate have been doing some great stuff over on his channel with the extra credit streams. So check that out if you haven't already. But yeah, man, it's just like, who's benefiting from this? Because it's not us. It's sure as shit not us.
Mm-hmm.
And you would think that if our military is the one that released this, we would have had a heads up, at least, in the upper echelons of our government, on how to react to this shit. So either they're completely inept and got caught flat-footed, which I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that's exactly what happened, regardless of who released it. Or it was, and this is, of course, assuming that this Chinese propaganda is correct, and it was the military, our military, that did it. Either they're completely inept and got caught flat-footed, or they slow-rolled this shit for nefarious purposes. Either way, I don't trust them. About the only people I trust less than our government's the Chinese government.
Uh-oh, Terry, you snitch. You got Sora in trouble. Bad boy.
But no, I mean, that is the question. I mean, we finally, and I think the best part is with Biden being the president, the best part is that all of these fig leaves are starting to fall by the wayside. They finally admitted that the testing was giving off false positives because of the cycle rate of them. The cycle rate was too high.
Well, and notice how all the blue states are all like, oh, we've got to open our state back up. We can't continue these lockdowns.
Yeah, not even a week into his presidency, and that mask finally slipped off.
Yep.
Guys, I am going to have to call it. I have to get dinner started for the family.
Fair enough. I do have one announcement, and before we go, for those of you guys in chat, I am actually going to try and start streaming on my channel. Not like super often, maybe once a week. I'm going to do something kind of akin to Scribe's Familiar with the Matter and Irate's interview streams. I'm going to start trying to talk to people that have a knowledge base of something that I'm interested in but know nothing about or very little. And I already have one guest confirmed. We just have to get the scheduling set up. And I'm hoping to get another one set up, hopefully for this Saturday, to talk about the stonks. Terry, don't let the meme die. Boo. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and go over there and give it a like or a subscription, if you would, please. Tap the bell, all that good shit. So yeah, I'm gonna try and start doing that. Like I said, once a week. I'm tentatively trying to do it on like a Saturday afternoon, so I'm not conflicting with the streamers that I like. I mean, you got the guys with the AAA, Ghost Poo, whatever they're going to be calling it going forward, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. You've got Irate and his awesome interview streams on Sundays. So I'm thinking Saturday afternoon is probably going to be where I try and set it, because I'm not waking up before the crack of noon. So, afternoon, definitely. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. I will be posting the links to them on Twitter and Minds. So if you're not following me on either of those platforms, that's where you can find me. And yeah.
And I suppose I can do with my announcement too.
See, I didn't even know Johnny had an announcement.
I was kind of waiting until we were a little bit more confirmed, but he is on board. So we're that far. I'm trying to set it for this coming Sunday, if not possibly next Sunday, for our next torture stream with a special guest, Poe.
Oh, Poe?
Yeah, Undead Scribe on Twitter.
No kidding! Oh, dude!
Yeah.
Awesome!
And he will not know what we are watching until we start.
Oh, God. That is
And that reminds me also, I mean, since we're getting some of the Twitter peeps involved in this now, I have been in touch with Mike Headley, and it's just a matter of scheduling with him as well.
Oh man, Mike is a cool dude.
I would like to get Mike and Poe together, but yeah, I think just scheduling them both together would be near impossible.
God. Can you imagine getting Poe, Panda, and Mike in the same room? You know, like,
oh, Johnny would lose his channel immediately.
Oh,
yeah,
I was actually also thinking of seeing about getting Barack Obama too.
I don't think I'm following him.
But yeah, that is in the works. So hopefully, like Johnny said, hopefully we get Poe this Sunday or next Sunday. I got to talk to Mike again to see when his schedule would allow. But they both said that they would be up for it, and it's just a matter of when and where. And I don't know, like, should I try and get Sinatra again, or are we just giving up on that one, Johnny?
That would be cool.
We should get him.
I've been wanting to stream with him for quite some time, and we talked about the idea of doing a stream together, but that fell through.
Well, see, I was not going to mention the Poe get, because he kind of gave the same response that Sinatra gave, and then we never heard from Sinatra again.
Well, he actually... I sent him a message on the 17th, and he responded to me on Tuesday. So I didn't think we were going to hear from him at all.
Well, like when I messaged Sinatra originally, like, because I tried to be all professional about it. I used like the email he provided for his YouTube, like, and everything. I was like, I sent him like this 2-paragraph long email. It's like, hey man, we're trying to do this, and was hoping to see if you might want to. And he's like, all he sent back was, yes, I would be interested.
Cough, cough, bearing, cough, cough.
So, but yeah, we're looking forward to that. Whatever you do, don't warn them. It's a surprise.
Well, the only thing and I'm just taking it from our invitation to Eve from last week, is I let him know kind of what's going on, but I didn't tell him specifics.
See, guys, we've been doing this for 3 years, and Johnny's going soft.
Has it been 3 years? Holy crap.
Yeah. Going on 4 this summer, actually.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when the guys, Lords of the Night, said they got, they were on their 4-year anniversary. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah. This August will be the 4-year anniversary of the start of this with the Nanette special we watched with Terry and Gabby.
Yeah, April will be my 3-year.
4 at least, dude.
Is it 4?
Dude, we did Nanette in August of 2017.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it is 4. God, where the hell have I been?
Yeah. August of 2017 will be my 4-year streaming anniversary with you. So
yeah, because we started after them. Because it was mostly like, oh, do I want to start doing this? And then Monkey put out that video of like, this is how you do a live stream. I'm like, yep, we're gonna do it.
So be on the lookout, folks. Twitter, Minds, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I will actually try to be streaming instead of just joking about it. Well, sometimes, Terry, you got to let the meme die.
God, my channel...
Like me not being Jack.
Well, it's like that video that I put together because Monkey kept saying that he was going to put out a video. He's like, that's it, I'm making a video. And he would never fucking do it. And then I
At this rate, I'm probably going to put out a video before Monkey does.
Mr. Scott kicked the camel.
my channel's been around for like 3 years, and I've had people ask me, "Are you gonna add some more videos to it?" And I'm like thinking, I probably should. It's been a while, but I really don't know what I want to do.
That video is right there.
Okay, see now Johnny's internet's faster than mine because it hasn't popped up on my my chat yet. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, that's my April Fool's video. I tried to make it for an April Fool's joke, but I couldn't get a hold of Monkey to get the permission for it, so I put it out a year later.
But yeah, everybody, we're going to go ahead and sign off now because Johnny's got to go make dinner and I've got to do something. But if you guys have been entertained, if you guys are, actually looking forward to me doing streams, you can express that excitement by giving me money at the Cash App down in the description. I need cigarettes. I've almost smoked my whole pack here. No pressure. No pressure. No pressure.
I should start a weed fund.
Yeah, that is what will get me going for the that's what will keep me going for the streaming. I need cigarettes. I need nicotine. I need caffeine.
You're gonna start off with every video shilling like, I need cigarettes, guys. So pay me, bitch.
Feed that shit in my veins.
Just remember, 4 out of 5 doctors prefer Camel.
Well, on that note, I will call this one now.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, everyone, for showing up. Thanks, Camel. Thank you, Lindsay. And
thank you for having me.
We'll see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.